So this is ThermPix. It is an Android tablet platform. And on the back, we have two cameras. One is the clinical photography, and the other one is the thermographic camera. So when you are going to take a picture, you want to make sure that your hands are placed below it. You don't want it to cover these lenses. And when you turn it around, you want to look on top is the power button, and this is the volume button, up and down. And then it comes with a little pencil that you can use to tap the screen, or you can use your fingers. So go ahead and press down on the power button, and you're going to see the device turn on. Now that your device is turned on, you have a couple different applications here. There's ThermPix App Store, and there's support. So in the support file, there's file docs where you can look at different videos on how to do Wi-Fi connections and different instructional videos. But for today's session, you want to locate the three dots on the top right-hand side of the corner. You want to press that, and you want to click Wi-Fi connection. Then you're going to locate whatever area you're in, the Wi-Fi connection. We happen to be at the Marriott, and it says connected. But to ensure that you don't have any hiccups when you're at an event, I suggest connecting the device to your Wi-Fi. So this way you don't have any problems. Okay, so it says we're connected to Wi-Fi. So what you want to do is hit this square button to bring you back to the home screen. Click the ThermPix application. You want to go to the gear on the left-hand side of the screen, and you want to make sure that the brightness of your display is turned on, up. You want to make sure that the minutes are high so it won't lock you out. And then you want to go back to the patient screen. You're going to put in your username and your password, capital T, lowercase HERM, 1234, exclamation point. If you're not sure you did it right, just hit the I. Make sure that's all correct. Log in. If you do the incorrect password a couple times, you will get locked out of the device. So on the left side of your display, you have your three lines, but if you open it, it gives you your settings. Tap out. The plus sign is where you add a patient, so you're going to hit the plus sign. You want to put in the patient's first name and last name, but for today's purposes, we're just going to do a test. Enter the patient's email address, so it'll be easier for you to email the report when you're done talking with them. For today, I'm just going to put in today's date for my date of birth, and always make sure this storage consent button is checked. If this is not checked, the thermographic camera will not launch. Then you're going to hit save. But before you hit save, always ask the patient if it's okay to use their images to market. So this way your team can use it for marketing. But otherwise, just make sure this is set. So now that your patient is entered into your device, into the app, on the right side of the screen, it gives you different features and options you can do. On the left side of the screen, your patient is in. If you forgot or you gave them you spelt something wrong on the patient's name or the date of birth or something's incorrect, you're going to hit the pencil. And this is where you can edit it, okay? If you want to delete the patient, you hit archive patient. And that's going to permanently remove this patient from the tablet, okay? But it will not remove it from the portal. So if you accidentally delete a patient, it's okay. You can always go back to that patient on your portal. All right, next step, you're going to hit the person on the bottom left-hand side of your tablet with a circle around it. I have a protocol already created for your organization. However, there's only 3 pictures there, okay? If you want to create your own personalized protocol, you're going to click Add Create Protocol. You're going to name it. Done. And then you're going to select what site you want. All right. So it can be legs, let's just say. Scroll to legs. Hit posterior lateral. You're going to hit the plus button. Okay. So once you're done with all the sites, you hit save. So now when you go launch a protocol, you'll have 2 different protocols that you could launch. Okay. Let's click the protocol we want. Now your thermographic camera is active and your clinical photography is active. On the left side of your display, you have your thermographic map that you can cross-reference. On the right side of your display, there's different features that you can use. There's a grid, there's a temperature check, there's a level to make sure when you're trying to take your picture if you're leveled or not. There's also body images of the legs. Let me say that again. The person underneath the level is going to bring up an outline of the legs. So it's going to cross-reference to the protocol that we typed in. Right leg, you can go through the pictures. You can see how the outline is changing as you change the arrows. Or you can take that off. Now, this is where we take the picture. Remember, this is an Android, not an Apple, so you can't, tap it multiple times. It's going to take 5,000 pictures, just one picture, and then done. And you're going to hear the shutter click. These balls up top are for optimization of the thermographic camera. If you bring the right trackball into the center, it can increase the heat or decrease. If you bring the trackball in from this side, which you never, ever, ever do, you keep the trackball under the 20, it's going to actually take away your image and be completely black and nothing's going to show up. Now that we understand the features available to us, we can go ahead and start taking our pictures. So you would ask the patient to turn their left leg out like a ballerina or a frog. Make sure you're steady with your camera and your device. If you move too much, it's going to tell you. See, you're moving too much. You want to be 3 to 5 feet away from your patient. Steady. Click one time. It's automatically going to switch to the next picture you're going to take. All right, please turn your right leg out. Now make sure when you're taking these pictures, you keep in mind, no, you can edit that out. You can edit that out. Okay, so now turn around and we're gonna get the back of your legs. Now if you take too many, okay, and you're like, oh my God, you're just going crazy. It's okay, don't worry. Click the X, and that's gonna take you back to the original screen. Now to see all the pictures that you take, you wanna click this infinity symbol down here on the bottom. Now look at all these pictures you took. You took way too many, so you want to be able to delete the ones you don't want. So you just simply hit select image, select, 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 and then hit archive, archive image. That means it's going off your tablet, but it's always going to stay in the portal. Now, if you want to send the report to the patient, you're going to simply select all the images. You're going to slide up on the right side of your screen, email to patient. You're going to put their email in, and then you're going to hit send. Then you're going to X out of this out of it, and then you're done. So now when you tap your infinity symbol, you're going to have all the pictures come up of your patient that you just took. There's red dot, green dot. Green dot means not positive for CVI. Red, high likelihood to be positive for CVI. This patient, you want to book an appointment to have a duplex ultrasound performed. So again, you can press down on this dot right here, and it's going to give you a percentage, 98.7% positive for CVI. Now, that percentage has to do with the models that we trained at USA Therm, okay? So that's why it's important to understand that this is triaging your patient and not diagnosing. All right, so this is what you don't want to do, is charge the device with it on. To charge the device the night before your event, you turn it off, and then you make sure you plug it in. It will be at 100% in the morning, and the battery will last you all day. If you charge it with the device powered on, your thermographic camera will not work. Do not adjust the ball under the 20, because your thermographic camera will not work. Keep the trackball where it is under 20. If you want to adjust the thermographic camera, simply slide the ball under the 40 in towards the middle of the device. Do not go further than 38.